Welcome back to Stamping at the Warren, and I'm Kim Tolton and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make some baby shower wishing tree tags. And this came about because one of my regular customers phoned me up in a panic. She'd ordered some baby grow items for card making off of a well-known site that sells all manner of things, and when they arrived they were much smaller than she had anticipated and weren't big enough to be writing on. So she rang me up at really short notice and said, please can you help me out? So this was a solution that I came up with. I've got quite a few examples for you, using slightly different products and using the products in slightly different ways. But essentially it's the same tag, and you could adapt this for a wedding shower, not just a baby shower. So, you know, birthday shower or whatever you want to use it for, really. Anything that's marking an occasion, and just even as a gift tag for a new baby. You could also use the tag, make a second tag and actually mount that on a card as the new baby card, you know, so you can coordinate the whole thing. Right, so before I actually show you how I made it, which is really quick and simple, I'm going to run through the samples with you. So what I've got here is I've got some neutral ones that could be used for boy or girl, although this one's got Blushing Bride here. So in this one, this is just a straightforward stamped from the stamp set. The sentiment is from the stamp set here, as it is in this one. So both of these use Pool Party ink. And then I've just used basic black for the sentiments. The background on this one uses a little star stamp that comes with the stamp set. And in this one I've used Blushing Bride because it coordinates really nicely with Pool Party. So I've used Blushing Bride stitched ribbon here. And in this one I've used Bermuda Bay thicker Bermuda Bay. And then the last one is So Saffron, and I've just gone with Very Vanilla stitched ribbon with this one. So that's your three neutral ones, and I don't think and those are just mostly very basic. This one you can see I cut little banner ends into. It just depends on what you want. Right, the little boy ones I have got here for you. This one uses Marina Mist onto Pacific Point cardstock, and the baby comes from one stamp set, the boy from another stamp set, and it just works really well. And the same on the girl tags, I've got baby girl and it just comes from two different stamp sets, but they look fab. And I've just used I think it's Dapper Denim solid baker's twine. Solid just means it's all one colour. And then this one again I've used I think this is an old retired one. It was some thicker baker's twine I had hanging around, so I've just used it because it coordinated with the Pool Party. And in this one I've actually used a stamp to create the background, and it makes a really cool background. And then we have got 1, 2, and then lastly this one is completely different. This uses the largest of the lots of labels framelits dies, and I've stamped it with the baby bear stamp and used the sentiment Something for Baby, and I just think that's lovely. And I would finish that off with a couple of enamel shapes on the bottom, so that's really sweet as well. And then for your little girl options, what I went with was Wisteria Wonder, and that's got Elegant Eggplant Solid Baker's Twine on it. And in this one I've used the little star stamp that comes with, I think it comes with the main stamp set. Yes. Yeah. So that comes with the main stamp set, and I've just created randomly stamped the background, and then I've just used tone on tone to make the little baby grow stand out. I used Elegant Eggplant, so it coordinates with Baker's Twine there. And then you've got this pretty little one, which is Wisteria Wonder for the baby grow. And then I've used Flirty Flamingo to actually stamp the background, which is onto Blushing Bride cardstock. And again, I've used the baby grow stamp as the stamp for the background. And then finally, this one, again, I've gone tone on tone. So this is the, I was going to say Sweet Sugar Plum. I think it's sweet. Yeah, I'm sure it's, I think it's Sweet Sugar Plum. I might have to look back. And then I've used Sweet Sugar Plum for actually the stamping, and I did tone on tone using the same colour ink as cardstock here, and then some of that beautiful ruche ribbon that coordinates the whole thing. So it's really very much about what you want, what colours you want. Some people like to have them so they're multicoloured because they don't know what the sex of the baby is. Other people, like my client, who just wanted everything in just shades of blue and white, so that's what we did. Right, so I'm going to show you how quickly you can put one of these tags together, and then you can just do it in bulk. So cut all the cardstock, then punch the tops, then stamp everything, and it flows much faster that way. So first of all, you just want your stamping trimmer. I've got a little piece of cardstock. This is Pear Pizzazz, and you just want it to measure 5 centimetres by 10 centimetres. So just trim that to size. There we go. And then comes your punch, which is the scallop tag topper punch, and this has a release clip underneath, and unlike most punches, which I tell you to use this way, with this you want it really the right way down, and you just pop the cardstock in between the guide, push it home, press, out comes that one, and there's your little offcuts there. And that's your basic tag made. So I'm going to show you how to use your baby grow stamp as the background. Now you could use stars and the baby grow for background. It doesn't really matter. So you just start by randomly stamping. So you are just going to twist and turn all the way around the tag until it's covered, and that's that. And then onto a scrap of white cardstock. You could use any colour, you could use whatever you like really, and what you find pleasing. So I'm using the same colour again. This is actually Old Olive I'm using here, so it stands out a little bit better. Stamp your little baby grow, and then we just need to punch that, or not punch, but die cut it out. So up comes my big shot, and I've actually used thicker Whisper White here, partly because it's an offcut, and partly because it actually stands out quite nicely on the tag. It gives a bit more robustness to the tag. So you just place your die down on the magnetic platform preferably. So you have magnetic platform, then your cardstock face up, then your die face blades down, and then you want a second cutting plate that goes on the top. Push forwards, wait for that handle to swing, take purchase on the top, and there you should have your die cut. There we are. And we can put the big shot back down now. You know, I've actually got an electric die cutting machine and never use it. I really rather like just being able to do it by hand. I don't know why. Sometimes I'd find that it took more time to set everything up to do it electronically and wasted more paper. So I thought, oh, I can be more resourceful doing it this way, so that's what I do. Doesn't work for everybody. Right, so now we want to stamp baby boy and baby girl. So I'm going to show you the stamp sets that I've used. So the framelits were the babies first. There's like a pram, there's the little ring stacker, there's a bib, there's all sorts of things in there. And this is the stamp set made with love that the baby grow comes from, and all the little images come with dies that coordinate. So you can have a blank one and you can put like made with love in the middle, and you can colour the lines in, do whatever you like. And then to get baby and boy or baby and girl, I've used Celebrate Today to get this beautiful little baby, and then in the Endless Birthday Wishes there's boy and girl, so you can pick which one is relevant. And I am going to go with baby boy, I think. So for this I'm just going to use basic black. Before I put the little baby grow on the tag, you just want to stamp your sentiments, and they are teensy. Little things. So I'm sure that this one is the baby boy. I find it easier to do this side one, the one on the right hand corner first. So baby boy, and then, or rather boy, and then baby goes next to it. Like that. And next you want to pop some Stampin' dimensionals on the back of your baby grow. 3 is sufficient. I go 1 for each shoulder and 1 for the bottom of the baby grow. Now if you've got lots of the edge bits from your dimensionals, all these edges here, brilliant for using those up as well. And then if you line up the neck of your baby grow with the opening on the ribbon slot, you will find that everything fits in really quite nicely. And then all you need left, and I've just realised I've bought blue ribbon over. I think I've bought Dapper Denim, but it should work because it's a bit more of a baby boy thing, isn't it? There we go. And I think these two colours work together really nicely and provide contrast. Pop it through there. I've got my video set up slightly differently and I'm having to rejudge where my hand position and everything is, so do forgive me. So there you have your little tag. Lovely little tag for a baby boy. And that's it for today. I told you it's quick, and I'll get that uploaded as quickly as I can, depending on my internet. And I'll speak to you again very soon. Ta-ta for now.